Okay. And Andrew is joining us online. Andrew, you're not too well, but a very good evening to you. And I think we will start with you and your starter for the week.
Oh, you didn't ask me to greet you in Toro because I'm in Toro right now.
Andrew, I don't think we can hear you, but we can definitely see you. Okay, we can hear you now.
Yes, a moment. Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. Tell us where you are, how you're doing.
Good evening, Mabel, Clive, Ismail, Dakawa, and Daniel. Mwasiba muta, mwiriwa muta. Nyambaramucho kuruga Poto Toro, where I'm resting after an intense 42-kilometer marathon. So yes, good evening.
Good evening and welcome. But we can start with you. Go straight ahead with your starter.
Okay, my starter one, I'm not in studio because I was seriously beaten, I think, by the heat in Kasese. We were running through 32, perhaps 32 degrees and above. And this, we are talking mid-morning. So we are just back from that. A very successful Tusker Lite Rwenzori marathon, the second edition that happened at Kasese at the weekend on Saturday. And let's just get the facts out of the way, then we talk about the meat of the matter. And that is, we had marathons of 42 kilometers, we had 21 kilometers, we had 10 kilometers and 5 kilometers. 5 and 10 kilometers were for the fun-loving people. You know, just come, have a party at the weekend, walk, run, whatever it is, and you're good to go. So then we also had 42 endurance, intense, which was dominated by Ugandans, and then 21 as well, where you go up, take Kilembe, and then back. And then for the 42, we went all the way to the equator and back. So let's talk about the elite runners who took the money. Some of us, well, we didn't go in for the money because we knew what it took or it takes to get the money. We had Ugandans dominate the 42-kilometer marathon, and Vitalis Kwemoi won that one in 2 hours and 17 minutes, 21 seconds. And then in the ladies, we had Viola Chemos win that in 2 hours and 49 minutes and 3 seconds. Then in the men's 21 kilometers, we had Abel Chebet take it in 1 hour, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. And then in the women 21 kilometers, we had Dokasa Jok, 1 hour, 16 minutes and 24 seconds. Now, here is the deal. The top 5 in the 42 kilometers and the top 5 in the 21 kilometers, on top of the medals, they walked away with cash of 8 million for the winner of marathon 42. And then the runner-up got 5 million, the third got 3 million, the fourth 2 million, and the fifth 1 million. Then for the 21 kilometers, and by the way, that's for both men and women, each getting the said amount. Then for the 21 kilometers, we had the top 5, 5 million, 4 million, 3 million, 2 million, and 1 million, respectively. Now, everyone who finished all the said kilometers went away with a medal. As I speak to you, I don't know whether you see my medal there.
Oh, yes, we
can. So I did the 42 kilometers. Well, the winner won it in 2 hours and 17 minutes. I did it in 4 hours and 50 minutes. Now, you can laugh that that's too much of time, but that's a pace of about 6 minutes, 43 seconds per kilometer. And that's my first ever official marathon. And my first to run in under 5. Now, the story of all runners in Kasese was the heat. Now, some of us paid the price of not preparing well, especially in terms of ORS, you know, loading electrolytes that allow us to be very hydrated and to really take on the intense heat. And I didn't have enough of that, and towards the end, I was literally panting and panting for my breath. I was beaten thoroughly. But the experience was good. the Rwenzori mountain ranges provided the stunning backdrop, with that breathtaking beauty as the runners, took on the distance, and of course the national park. It was quite something special. Beyond the race and the running, we had the locals in Kasese. I don't think I've run a race where you have, of course, those are the elite runners that you're showing on your screen. I've not seen where you have and Rob Walker, one of the famous international visitors that we had that took place. And of course, some of the famous names, we had Rob Walker, we had the local politicians in Kasese, including Winnie Kiza. We had, of course, Moses Kipsiro, three-time Commonwealth champion, who had a team of elite runners from Kapchorwa. Part of his team collected almost all the money there. And then, of course, we had Keith Reynolds, the man who we are going to host tonight. Most of the things he has done, you'll find out later on. And of course, the Ugandans who represented the comrades in South Africa this year were also there as well. But for me, it's about the sports tourism and, of course, the domestic tourism. All these were well represented at the Tusker Lite Rwenzori Marathon, whereby you had the young, the old, men, women, locals, international, differently abled. Everyone participated. And the locals were lined across the road, and they were supporting us. Our boy, our girl, our girl. It was really heartwarming. The love showed us by the people in Kasese was quite something. And in terms of domestic tourism, local, international, all that, I think the organizers of the marathon went some great miles in the second edition of the marathon to achieve that. Perhaps the points of improvement could be in relation to the heat, the temperatures in Kasese, and the water points. There could be some improvement there, more water points to counter the temperatures, and of course more fruits points as well. Those are some of the things the runners talked about, especially those on the 42 kilometers. But to wrap it all, the bookings in accommodation in Kasese and surrounding areas, visiting the places. I even went to Kasese, rather to Bwera, where I visited Rwenzori Lions FC. A very beautiful piece that I wrote for the Daily Monitor there. And of course, others went and visited different places. So in a nutshell, the aim
Andrew, we've got
was
to end it
to promote
there.
domestic tourism, to also international tourism, but also try keep putting up the Rwenzori Marathon to the international standards so that the likes of the comrades race can as well use it for qualification. And we had a team of South Africans from the comrades actually monitoring the equipment and everything. So it was party after party, only that I was very tired after the race. I had to drive back to Photo. I did not attend the party. So that's it from me, Mabel.
Okay, yeah, we'll be talking to you a little bit later. And I did see Amos Wekesa tweet that there were about 17 nations represented there. So in addition to the people that he has mentioned. So well done to Tusker Lite. What's your starter for the week, Isma?
I won't be driven by Andrew's excitement. I actually like the fact that he promises me a story and calls it beautiful before I look at it. Yet my job is to look at his stories.
Doesn't he always write beautiful stories?
No, normally does. Normally does. Including one that got him in very bad books with Mengo. That story got me a phone call at 2:30 a.m.
Hey.
The award-winning story. The award-winning story about the way the television station was started in Mengo. Eventually, though Andrew, when he talks about party, he skips there was Cindy on Saturday night in Kasese. And I thought would mention. I thought it was more important.
Very important part about
entertaining the Tusker Lite.
Yeah, there was a party where Cindy was the main act, and I thought that was as important as Andrew finishing the marathon in 5 hours. But while Andrew was in Kasese, there was a wrap up for the Nile Special.